Hello everybody, this is toysareruss, and for this educational video we're going to have a look at and how to spot the differences between an original masterpiece MP20 wheeljack figure and indeed a knockoff. And the main reason for this is this particular figure here has made its way to me via showz, and it is only $37 at the moment. So that's why we're going to have a look at it, because exactly that, I've heard good things about these KOs and I've heard bad things, and to be honest I just wanted to see and to be able to create a video like this. So this is the original on the right hand side, this is the KO on the left, but for now we're going to start off from the beginning. We're going to have a look at the box. Now, to be honest, the box, especially with this light, you might not really be able to tell. All you can tell is just that the printing quality, maybe just around here, it just isn't as good. It's, you know, everything's exactly the same. I've had a look at the text. I can't see at the moment any differences in the text. I've heard that some of the boxes say Tony instead of Tomy, but this one you can see does directly in front of us still say Takara Tomy on it as well. So as I say, this is the original on the right, this is the knockoff on the left. From the side, I suppose, as I say, you can, I don't know if I'm really trying to show you that, I suppose it's just not as sharp, there's just not a sheen to it, if you know what I mean. It looks a little, just a little blurry around some of the edges. It's not massively noticeable, don't get me wrong, it really isn't. I really don't think most people, if they're going to be buying these though, will be displaying it in box. I think maybe on the back now it's a little more noticeable in hand. This again just looks a little bit more blurred compared to, I suppose, how much clearer the images are on this particular one. But as you can see, the dimensions, the writing, everything on it, to be honest, is I can't see a difference in the actual boxes. I've had a real good look before I did this video as well. If I turn that around, I was going to say they've even got, you know, everything down to a T. That, I suppose, there you go, there's something straight away. The original one has got the official Lancia product sticker on it there, so there you go, that is something. I'm learning as well just the time I do these videos with you, so these are educational for us all. So that's the big thing straight away, and that's obviously the most important thing. If you are after an original, you're looking for the Lancia official product there. So that is something, we found something on the box that's pleased me, to be honest. Right, I'm just going to move the boxes slightly out of the way. Now when you come to open them up, it's really obvious inside, even though the figures are out. This is the original package one. You've just got the gun, the shoulder cannon and the missile, which I'll show you in a second in the other one, and the car fits obviously inside there. Now with the KO, they've got the extra part. Now the extra part is, and was, as far as I'm aware, please completely correct me if I'm wrong, this extra part here that was only available via Amazon Japan. So it's already in this box, so the difference is that. So you've got the extra part there inside the KO. As I say, that part didn't come as standard with the figures. Let me just shift these out of the way. Right, onto the actual instructions and stuff. Again, this could be packaged slightly different, but my original one came in a smaller packet rather than this. Of course, the collector's card again, and the printing, it's just down to, it's much better quality with the original. Don't worry, we're going to get into the actual toy in a second. Again, can you make out that this one's slightly darker, slightly blurred, whereas this one, the word I'm after is sharp. That's the word I'm after. This one just looks that little bit sharper. They both come with the set of wing mirrors that I haven't put on even my original. I didn't bother. The only difference is the KO comes with them, not in any packaging, just this. So that's another thing you can tell the difference of. There's two sets just in case you lose them or break them. As I've said, the printing quality on this isn't as good, it isn't as high quality as the original. I will show you very quickly, and I'll also show you, obviously the original has these mirrors, but they're in a separate little bag, and you've got the extra teeny bit of paperwork there as well. But so with regards to the actual instructions, last thing before we look at the figures, this is just that little bit sharper. I think you can actually tell there as well, to be honest. This looks a little bit fuzzy, a little bit, I suppose that, yeah, fuzzy is a good word. This looks that little bit sharper, especially on the whites, and of course the detail where the decals are on the actual figure. So that's the difference with regards to paperwork. And again, the main reason why I'm doing this is because some sellers, obviously not showz because they advertise it as exactly what it is. They call it fourth party KO or something like that. But some eBay sellers, they're a little bit unscrupulous. I'm not saying all, I'm saying, to be honest, some of them might not even know. There's loads of eBay sellers who I've sent a message to with regards to G1 figures saying they're G1. They're not G1 rather, and they've been completely stunned to find out that they're not. Right, the actual figures themselves, again, it's just a case of just how much better and sharper the the details, the paint apps are. The paint apps on the green here look a little fuzzy. They look a little bit, you know, they're not as neat. If you see what I mean, it's gone over the side there ever so slightly. There's also like a weirdish sort of like discolor tint as well to it. The legs are a little bit looser as well. I've had this one for what, I don't know how many years, 10 years plus. This one I took out the box a few minutes ago. Simple as that. So the joints obviously aren't as good. And again, hopefully you can tell that this one has just got this weirdish little tinge to it. Also, you can see with regards to the windscreens, this one's got a darker tinge to it. This one is much more see-through. Apart from that, you know, actual figure wise, let's be completely honest, from the outside, and if it's far away, you can't really tell the difference. So if one of these is at your price range and you're not too fussed about buying a KO, this will absolutely 100% do the job it's intended to. It will make up, it will fill the gap in your collection, let's say it that way. Again, yeah, here you go. Oh, there's differences on the back. There we go as well. So is that, yes, the green stripes on the original are thicker than this one there. They've got some thin stripes. I'm pleased actually that I'm finding things, because when I initially had a first look, I didn't notice much at all. It's just that now I'm starting to notice them. I'm also thinking that the backs of these screws are slightly different colours. They look more copper coloured, whereas this looks a lot more silver. It's not, it is silver, but it looks like, again, like it's tinted or tainted or whatever. Everything else, as I say, I'm really pleased I found them. So again, you guys can be aware of that as well. To be honest though, as I say, or what I was saying up to that, if you're just after a stand-in, if you're after something just to fit in your collection, then there's nothing wrong with this. If you want to get a cheaper one, this does exactly that. It fits the bill, it sits in nicely. Again, dimensions wise, proportions wise, it's the same figure. The weapons and accessories that come with them, they're pretty much molded exactly the same. I can't really tell much difference. You know, they both feel the same weight wise. Same with the figures, they feel the same weight wise, but as I've just shown you, this one does have loose joints and he's only been transformed once. But I think that's pretty much it. As I say, the difference on the box, you're looking for the official sticker on the bottom. The difference on the figure, you're looking for, there's a different tint in the windscreen, there's a slight different tint in the bottom. You can see that there's the original toes are much whiter, and then at the back you've got the thicker green stripes on the roof. So there you go. I hope this video was useful to people. It's exactly that. It's for educational purposes, and it's, I suppose, to let people know that there is cheaper alternatives if the Masterpiece original line doesn't fit your budget, to still acquire the figures that you want. One quick thing I do want to as well say, these are loose here as well, so I think it's just everything in it is loose. To be honest, it's just that, it's just a little bit more inferior quality plastic, etc. But that's pretty much it, to be honest, guys. Hope this little guide helped you, and indeed this is probably going to be something else that I'm going to be doing more of in the future. So again, huge thank you to showz, and a special thank you to Ben Williams, because this is now his, and yeah, it's been, I think, hopefully a useful video for you. Take care, guys. So, to be honest, I just thought I'd put this at the end because I had the figures out. I thought I might as well do the actual Masterpiece wheeljack figure review. So because I've done that, I've transformed them both into their alternate modes. And again, I can add this at the end and just show you in more detail, and you can really see the difference now between the KO here and the original. So this, the whole I suppose the decals, even though of course they're not stickers, you can see the detail on them. It's a bit faded here, it's a little bit smudged. Again, it's really apparent that this has got like a duller tone compared to this white. This white is much more shiny, and as I say, the detail, the sharpness, that's the better word, again, is much better on the original. You can also see now the thicker stripes on the back as well, and how much of a difference that they do actually make. It just looks, as I say, that all the tampographs and all of the writing on it. It's just that, I suppose sharper is the best word. You can see, look, it's much brighter. That's much more faded. Even if I put them like that, you can see that the KO is the more faded. But again, you know, with regards to build quality, apart from the loose joints, etc., there's not too much difference. They've obviously got the same mold, or copied it down to a T. From the underside, there's not really much difference that I could see. That says Tomy. Aha, there you go. There it says Tony. It says Tony on the underside there. So there you go. That is the other telltale sign with the figure. But as I say, wanted to stick this on the end for you. And I suppose in summary, exactly that. If you're just looking for a shelf filler, it'll do exactly the same job. If you do want the original, you're going to get what you pay for it. It's down to that again. It is a much better quality. So there you go. Hope this helps, guys. Take care.